This is Pioneer's TS-WX1210AH. This is a 12-inch woofer with a built-in amplifier inside a ported enclosure, and it thumps. Let's take a look and I'll show you what's in the box. First is the mounting hardware included with the sub. There are 4 heavy metal mounting brackets and mounting screws to securely mount the woofer in the vehicle. This is the power and ground cable connection block. You'll connect the power, ground, and system remote control cables here. A tool is included to tighten the wire connections in the block. Positive and negative are clearly marked on the block, and system control is in the middle. Here is the signal input wire harness. If you're using RCA connections directly from the in-dash receiver, just plug in your RCAs here. If you're using speaker level inputs, cut these RCA connections off and make speaker level connections through these same wires. Here is the bass level knob. You can see it's very slim and could easily be mounted under the dash without worry of banging your knee against it when you're moving in and out of your vehicle. Mounting screws are included in the hardware pack. The bass level knob connects to the subwoofer amplifier through this cable. The cable's about 18 feet long or so for very flexible installation. And here's the owner's manual and the warranty card. The innovative trapezoid shape of the enclosure is designed for high rigidity and to reduce internal standing waves, while also increasing installation flexibility. This sub can be installed freely in the cabin or trunk of the vehicle. It can be positioned with the subwoofer firing toward the rear of the vehicle, or the front, or lying on its back upwards. Whatever works best for you in your vehicle with your favorite music. If installing in a vehicle trunk or in the cargo area of an SUV, you can place the back of the subwoofer box against the back of the rear seat with the woofer facing toward the rear of the vehicle. You can see the back of the subwoofer is angled. It's wider at the bottom than at the top. The trapezoid shape makes this type of install an easy fit. The enclosure is fully carpeted, creating a non-slip, durable, and scratch-resistant surface. The box design has recessed sides, making the woofer easy to grip and easy to maneuver. Let's take a close-up look at the Class D amplifier and control panel on the side of the TS-WX1210AH. This is the gain control. The gain control is a way to create a balance between the output of the in-dash receiver and the input on the amplifier. Use this control to match up with the output of your in-dash receiver. This is the crossover frequency selector. The amplifier has its own LPF, or low-pass filter, built in. This means when the LPF is switched on, only low frequencies will be played back by the subwoofer. Choose the crossover frequency that works best for your music. I recommend starting with a setting of around 80 Hz. This is the bass level control. This can also be controlled by the remote bass level knob that can be mounted up near the driver's position in the vehicle. If you're planning to use the under-dash bass level knob, set this control to 12 for best control over the system when using the remote controller. This is the bass boost frequency adjustment. The frequency chosen here is the center frequency for the bass level boost. Choose between 40 and 100 Hz for the best effect for your favorite style of music. I recommend setting this to around 65 Hz to start. This is the 40 amp fuse at the amplifier. The power connection must extend to the vehicle's battery. When planning your installation, I strongly recommend an additional 40 amp fuse on the power wire within 12 inches of the vehicle's battery. Plug in the power, ground, and system control cable connection block right here. The block is designed to accept up to 8 gauge cable. After you've connected your cables, simply plug the connector block into the amplifier on the side of the TS-WX1210AH. It can only plug in one way. If you ever need to temporarily remove the subwoofer from your vehicle for more room, it's very easy to unplug this connection block and you're ready to go, and simply plug it back in later. The Class D amplifier built into the TS-WX1210AH needs its power wire connected directly to the vehicle's battery. I recommend a minimum thickness of 14 gauge cable for both power and the ground. I'd go with a little thicker cable if you have a large vehicle with a longer run from the battery over to the amplifier. A ground cable of the same gauge as the power cable needs to be connected to metal in the body or the frame of the vehicle. If you're using speaker level input to deliver the audio signal to the amplifier, in most cases, the system remote control wire won't be needed. If you choose to use it, the remote base level knob connection cable will plug in right here. The input signal connector plugs in right here. Use this switch to select the input signal type. The sub can operate on either RCA level input with a direct connection to the in-dash receiver, or with speaker level input. Set this switch according to your installation. If you're using RCA input from an in-dash receiver, select RCA. If you're using speaker level input, select SP line. Next is the LPF, or low pass filter on-off switch. If you're using a low pass filter crossover on your in-dash receiver, and it's connected directly to the subwoofer through RCA cables, you can switch this off. If you don't have an LPF or low pass filter on the in-dash receiver, or if you don't know if you have an LPF on the receiver, be sure to set this switch to on. This is the phase control. It can be set to either normal or reverse phase. Try both of these settings in the vehicle. Depending upon several factors including subwoofer placement in the vehicle and crossover settings, one of these phase control settings may sound significantly better than the other. Choose the one that works best for your vehicle. And the power indicator light is here. The indicator will light up in blue when the system is on and functioning correctly. A red light, or a flashing light, or no light indicates a power issue or a ground issue. This is Pioneer's TS-WX1210AH. This is a 12-inch ported enclosure subwoofer with a built-in Class D amplifier. The slot-type port is tuned at 63 Hz. The built-in Class D amplifier has 600 watt max output power with 300 watts nominal output power. The system features a unique trapezoid shape for rigidity and to reduce internal standing waves. Install it in the trunk for a perfect fit against the back seat of your vehicle. The box measures 14 5/8 across, 18 1/8 inches deep, and 15 3/4 inches high. It can operate with RCA or speaker level input, and a remote bass knob is included. And that is Pioneer's TS-WX1210AH. 12-inch woofer with a built-in amplifier in a ported enclosure, and what's in the box.